shower, get dressed, eat breakfast, finish up homework, and race out the door to get where we need to go. We might think our routines are similar to others, but there is always something unique that sets us apart. For instance, Jessica Tan. Her involvement in ASB and her dedication to her dance hobby forces her to start her morning bright and early at 6 a.m.
So my day every day usually starts around 6 to 6:30. I really like to wake up early and I'm a morning person, so I'll spend the morning, getting ready for school, getting dressed, eating breakfast, and sometimes if I have a test or a quiz that day, I'll study a little bit more. I have first period econ, which is fun with Mr. Bloom because he's always very lively in the morning. And then third period I have ASB, which is really, really fun because I get, as ASB president, I get to lead the class and I set the agenda for each day.
All right, so just a couple reminders. The new update system that we talked about begins on Monday, so the executive positions are going on Monday. You guys all remember. And social studies is playing today after school, so throughout your classes today you can just remind people like social studies is playing, and it'll start right after school.
And we usually spend the first part of the period, discussing things like making financial expenditures or voting on certain things or, deciding whether or not to do certain projects.
All opposed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Abstentions? 3.
And then the second half of the period is usually spent working. So we'll work on things like publicity, we'll make posters and flyers for upcoming events. We'll set up for things like during Spirit Week, we'll be setting up for rallies and stuff like that. ASB is a lot of fun. It's definitely one of my favorite classes. My other classes are also great because I'm taking a lot of AP classes. It is a bit challenging, but it is, I really enjoy all of my classes and I'm really interested in everything that I'm taking, and especially because it's senior year, and I feel that school's a lot more fun this year. Another cool thing this year is that I got a prep for the first time ever, so I'm starting to experience how nice prep can be. And then after school, I'll go home and I'll start on my homework, and usually for about an hour, I'll start on homework, grab a bite to eat, and get ready for ballet. And then I'll head to ballet. I usually drive to ballet around 5 every day, and I'll have class for about 2 hours each day. And during Nutcracker season or showcase season, we'll have extra rehearsals. So sometimes I'll be at ballet for 3 to 4 hours, and so it takes up a really large amount of my day. But I love it and I love going there. And each class is formatted in the same way. We have bar for the first half of class, which is just warming up and working on technique. And then the second half of class, we work on things at the center, so we'll do things like turns and jumps and things that move around a little bit more. We also work on point, so we wear point shoes to dance, and that I've been on point since I was 10 and a half, and it's a lot more challenging, but it's a lot of fun. Class is really good. The teacher, Anton, his classes are always the hardest, and it was a good workout. I feel really good.
I know, she's a great example in my class, and I'm very happy to have her as an example for the younger kids, and it's nice for them to watch how much, if you work hard, you can achieve certain efforts, and she's done very well.
It was a lot of fun, yes. I love coming here every day. It's like my second home. And after ballet, I'll head home. I'm headed home, gonna go do my homework, take a shower, eat something, and go to bed. Then I usually go to bed around 10 every day. And that's when I go to sleep. So I usually get 8 hours of sleep a night, which is nice.
Across the nation, the Palo Alto School District is known for its academic and athletic success. Parents often move to Palo Alto to give their children the opportunity for a Palo Alton education. However, with the requirement of residents in Palo Alto to attend Palo Alto schools, many families living in neighboring cities are unable to give their children this possibility. However, thanks to the Tinsley program, which allows outside Palo Alto residents into the Palo Alto School District, children have the opportunity, like the Sanchez daughter, Stephanie. However, these opportunities sometimes come with a cost.
Stephanie is a member of the Tinsley program, an initiative that brings students from Ravenswood School District to the Palo Alto Unified School District. The program was created in 1986 as part of a settlement order in San Mateo County Court in response to a petition filed by Margaret Tinsley and other parents of the Ravenswood School District. She is one of 60 students that commutes to PAUSD every school day.
The latest I sleep in is like 6:30, but usually like 6 o'clock or like 5:40 I'm up to take the bus at 7. It gets annoying because if you miss the bus, usually you're late to school, and it's, I don't know, to me it's like a hassle. And if I try to take any later, it's like I'm really tight schedule. I have to, walk faster to school. I mean, it's only like a 15-minute walk, but I don't know, could be worse, I guess. I think it's worth it going to school in Palo Alto. To me, it's a really good opportunity that I have to be going to school there. So it's worth it, but it's really annoying, and I wish I had a car.
She feels fortunate to have a chance to participate in this amazing opportunity, but that doesn't mean it's always easy. She's glad her parents got her involved. She thinks the program offers her a better future.
Because they see all the low dropout rates in East Palo Alto, so they didn't want that for us, and they put us in the Tinsley program so we can go to school in Palo Alto, and it has worked out well in the way that they hoped it would, so everything pays off.
Only a junior in high school, Travis Chen has traveled all over the world. Yet he is not a traveler, but a debater. His talent has taken him to Los Angeles, Massachusetts, and many other places. Here's Travis Chen for you.
Usually just wake up in the morning, brush my teeth, the usual, take a shower, eat breakfast, go to school. Then afterwards, I usually first do homework, then practice cello. Then work on debate if I have time after that, and then go to bed. My mom drives me to school. During lunch, I usually either hang out with my friends or do homework because sometimes I don't do it at home. I spend 2 to 3 hours in homework, approximately.
And how many hours per night would you say you spend on debate?
Usually I do all my work in the weekends, so then I usually spend, around 2 hours a day. But in the weekdays, I just try to squeeze in whatever time I have at the end. So on average, 30 minutes maybe.
How often do you attend debate practice?
I attend once or twice a month.
And why do you attend it so rarely?
I attend it so rarely because I often have a lot of other extracurricular activities that conflict with debate practice times. Usually before tournaments, I have to prepare a lot because to make up for the lack of preparation beforehand. So I'm pretty stressed out before tournaments, but I'm pretty relaxed at tournaments just because I enjoy having rounds.
My opponent's biggest mistake is not contesting the number 3 response in place on his third contention. Go there now. Extend the time to argue my opponent go for either necessary insufficient burden of the rest of the debate, whereas I have to cover both this means the next means expect the entire space of 1.5 sites to waste half the station. This outweighs the negative arguments. Even if he's correct that time skew is important, markets it's only instrumentally valuable for creating strategies means my fairness deficit comes first. So here's how the round breaks down. There's 3 issues you can vote on. Either 1, the theoretical argument I placed on the affirmative case at the top about how he's skewing my strategy, which subsequently affects the rest of the round. Second is going to be the tournament on his nuclear war argument, since he fundamentally increases the root cause of why states try to possess nuclear weapons. And third is going to be the voter issue I placed on the second contention. Thus, you negate.
I just try to have a rigorous schedule that I sometimes don't meet. So I try to allot myself a certain amount of time to do debate and also finish homework before that. And then I try to, have fun with my family as it comes. I go all across the nation. I've been to Las Vegas. I'm going to go to Massachusetts. I've been to Texas. I've been to Utah, etc.
The life of an athlete, as we know, includes hard work and commitment. Senior Colette Lucas Como dedicates her Saturday mornings to the sport of crew. Driving a 30-minute trip to practice seems a small sacrifice to Colette, an athlete who loves her sport. Furthermore, the sport of crew has opened endless opportunities for Colette, offering her admission into the University of California, Berkeley to participate in the crew team this fall.
On a typical Sunday, I'll wake up at 7 o'clock and I'll usually make myself breakfast to last until like 12 o'clock when I get home from crew. And I'll get my stuff ready. I'll get out the door at like 7:30 and drive half an hour to Los Gatos, where Lexington Reservoir is, where I have crew practice. And usually we start the day with like erging, which is the rowing machine, for about half an hour to an hour, where I'll usually walk around, talk the rowers through their technique and, get them through the workout, and then we'll get our stuff ready to go on the water, which is where we spend most of our time. And I'm the coxswain, so I'll be steering the boat, giving them orders, and, doing all that. Usually we get off the water at about 10:30, and we'll talk about how the day went. We'll talk with the coaches. We'll have a team talk for about 10 minutes. And from there, I usually just go straight home because it's a half-hour drive. And I'll be home around 11:30 from practice. And I'll make myself a healthy lunch. So right now, I just made myself, kale and chard and all that stuff with some quinoa. And, I'll take a shower, get dressed, and get ready to go to work, which is in Redwood City, where I help these British guys make dive computers for the Navy SEALs, and I'll pretty much help them manufacture and put the stuff together. And usually I spend most of my day there. I'll go from like 12:30 or 1 o'clock until 6 o'clock, when I'll come home and, probably take a nap and then help my family out with dinner. And from there, I will try and do all my homework. And usually, I've got a couple hours of homework because I've got AP Art History. AP Bio takes the longest amount of time. And I've got also AP Econ. I'll try to do the reading. Sometimes that doesn't happen. and just do all my homework. Usually go to bed around like 10, maybe 11 o'clock if I try really hard, and then I start a new day.
High school by itself is a busy time, filled with vigorous schoolwork, standardized tests, social drama, and many other time-consuming activities. Chrissy Chang, a senior, adds a job to her list of high school activities. How does she manage her schedule and balance her time? Now that's a good question.
My name's Chrissy, Christia, capital A-N-A, Chang. My parents wanted me to be unique, and thus I am. I walk to school because I live really close, and then after school, after English, I have to rush home because I need to get a quick snack because I'm usually starving. I'm usually hungry when I get home. Then I try and do homework really quickly if it's doable. If not, I might wait till later. There's a book. And then I usually drop my mom off at work because we only have one car. So I drop her at the library over downtown while I drive myself to work. I get to work and I sign in, and then usually there's a bunch of books on a cart that I need to shelve. So then I start shelving those, sorting them, putting them in little slots. And then after I do that for a while, I talk with the kids.
We love having Chrissy at the library. Chrissy has been at the library forever. She volunteered before working there for a while, a couple years, and she's been working here about almost 2 years now. It's nice to have a teen at the library, to have someone kind of younger with that energy that she has, and she's really helpful with the kids. And even with our teen volunteers that we have at the library, I think she's a big part of that. A lot of them continue to come once their hours are up, and I think it's just because they know Chrissy and they've got that other youth there, and it's just fun to volunteer with her and work with her.
I like helping the kids and just seeing them be really happy when you find them a good book, or when they ask for a book that you recommend and you give it to them, and then they're like, oh, I love this book, and then they're super excited. And I just like working with them with the crafts because you see their creative juices flow. And then like you say they're making robots, and they make like these like huge robots out of plates. It's awesome.
She loves doing the crafty corners. One Saturday a month we do a craft with the kids. And what's really great about having Chrissy there is I've been able to, I used to have to do it all myself and set it up and be there the whole time. And now it's like, okay, Chrissy, here it is. And you just do it. And it's like just such a relief because she just takes care of the whole thing. The kids love her, the parents love her.
I think it's definitely made me more experienced with working and like how the real world works, sort of. Just being in a work environment and working with coworkers and children and really being responsible and also saving your money too. That's a big thing I learned. I think I bring a lot of creative ideas and like a youthful vibe. I also brought a lot of volunteers because I got a lot of my friends to volunteer at the library. So if you like helping with books and helping children, you should volunteer. But I think I bring definitely like the creative ideas because I help them a lot with like doing displays. Like we did an airplane one for Aviation Month, and we also did one for like New Year's, and we made a huge display with like buildings. You should see it. It's cool. And then I close at 6 o'clock. That's when the library closes. And then I drive home and I do all my homework and I eat dinner. Woo!
Having a job definitely adds to the load of a high school student. Nevertheless, an extracurricular activity such as theater can also intensify a student's schedule. Emma Levine-Spohr, a senior here at Paly, spends approximately 10 hours each week attending theater obligations.
Typical day in life of Emma Levine-Spohr. My favorite days are my Wednesday and Friday schedules because I have first, third breath. It's excellent. When I get to school, I usually have my ASL class because I take that as an independent study. So I'm in ASL 4 this year, and I have that for the lunch period, and then I go to marine bio, which is quite a fun class, let me tell you. And then after that, I have theater. We do a bunch of like different units in our class. So we've had a monologue unit, we've had a directing unit, we've had different acting units, and each acting unit is usually incorporates like a different theatrical aspect. And then after school, it's usually some form of theater. Mondays we have tech class after school, so I go to that. And then when we're doing a show, basically I have rehearsals after school.
Emma has been involved in theater since her very first day at Palo Alto High School. Because of her schedule, the only theater class that she could fit into her schedule was Theater 3. And Theater 3 is really not meant for freshmen, but I made an exception in Emma's case. She's the only student ever to have been admitted to the Theater 3 class, and I've been really happy ever since. And she's also done all of the after-school productions as well. So.
Let's see. I would say I would devote about like 10 hours. Yeah. I don't know, it's like 2 hours every day for 5 days because we have rehearsal Monday through Friday. If you're called, you usually are either on stage acting, you're working on lines, but for me, I also do tech work, and so sometimes if I'm not on stage, I might be doing something involved with costumes for the show.
So Emma has achieved the status of honor thespian, and so thespian is an honor organization for students who have shown excellence in and dedication to theater. And in order to become a thespian, you have to have 100 hours of excellent work in high school theater. Honor thespian, which is a status that Emma has achieved so far, is 600 hours of work. So if you figure over a 3-year period, that's about 200 hours per year. So that's a lot of theater work.
By the time I get home, it's usually like 5:36-ish, and then have dinner, do my homework, and I mean, being a senior, I don't really have that big of a workload. It's super nice because it's been like a load off, especially once I finish up college apps, which were due last week. So now that everything is out of the way, I'm just like kind of chilling for the rest of the semester.
Ever wonder how the life of a typical lax player unfolds? Weston Pricing is a perfect example.
Hey, I'm Weston. This is the day of the life. First thing, wake up in the morning. Already changed, but here to the good old baño. Right after that, head downstairs. Check this out. Made that myself. 4th grade right here. One of the rides. Usually play some jams in the morning, Red Hot Chili Peppers. See, my mom was playing some Natalie Merchant. Not really best. The coffee going, just bring that camera over here. Yeah. Steam it up. Because this, you gotta do it. That's how I treat myself every morning. Wake up to a cappuccino. Let's get the steam now. Wait for give it a couple seconds. Here we go, finished product cappuccino. Hotter than the 80s. It's okay though.
So what does your typical day look like?
Wake up in the morning, shower, breakfast, have a coffee and a bagel. Always gotta have sports that are on in the morning. Start out my day. Then I come to school, go to school, it's a drag. Then afterwards, come here, string a couple sticks, got my own little business thing going. So yeah, $20 per head if you wanna hop on that. All my string stuff in here and whatnot. Oh yeah, so usually after school if I have time, I go work out. I haven't been as much because the classes started from 5:30 to 8. But yeah, work out, have a pretty strict workout 5 days a week.
No, I think I saw your name up on the wall for 250. What did you say about that? Big time?
It was big time. I hit that last year. Kind of sucks though, because I had like surgery on my shoulder because I tore my labrum. Cross is going well. I've been trying to get hit on the ball wall, which I'll show you in a bit. Alright, so this is what we gotta do in the off season. It's gonna look nice. Right. I do about 30 righty, switch it up, 30 lefty. Yeah, this is my car, 2001 Chevy Tahoe. Kind of dirty right now. Usually keep it shiny. So back here, just to get the boom boom going. Yeah, this is the secret, you guys. Take as many supplements as possible and lift as heavy as possible with the worst form. Bring in a quick drive. Cook the egg, cook the eggs.
Driving the bus.
Driving the bus?
Let's see it. Let's see it.
First you gotta bring the keys out.
Yep.
Pull it up to the car, pop it in. Shut the door. Alright, that was the day in life for me. So follow me on Twitter at West Surprising, aka Daniel, aka Stin After Dark. Peace, INfocus.
Everybody has a story to tell. Your day-to-day activities speak on your priorities, passions, and personality. You might be an artist, an athlete, a dancer, a debater, or even a leader. Regardless, everyone has a story to tell. What's yours?